Hey YouTube, Don Greyface here. As the title suggested, I have a problem. I don't really know how to talk about it, but I want to bring it up to you guys. I have what I guess you could call a disorder. I just found this out a couple days ago. I don't really know how to talk to my family about it because they just wouldn't understand. But I figure what better way to try to figure about it than talking straight to a camera where millions of people can see. Doing some of my research online, the disorder I came across, it's called TAD, or also known as tobacco acquisition disorder. It's a very serious problem. I don't know how I'm going to handle it, but I'm going to let you guys judge for yourself to see what I can do. Which means that I have a yabo for you all. Well, I guess we should just get right down to it. It's a pretty big box right here. Now, I went ahead and actually cut the package open earlier, and as I was getting ready to take the paper out, I realized, video. This would make a great YouTube video, especially knowing what all is in here. So it's a fairly big box, that's why it's not on camera. But here we go, I've got all the paper down in here. Okay. Well, first off, have myself right here a tin of Frogmorton's Cellar. I had actually never heard of this until I was reading around somewhere online, I think, and somebody had mentioned Frogmorton's Cellar. And since I hadn't heard of it, I had to go find it, thinking, okay, was this an old blend that I'd never heard of? Because I love the other 4 Frogmortons. I wanted just the smaller tin, but Pipes and Cigars was out of it, so I went with the bigger one, thinking, you know what? I love the other Frogmortons. I'm pretty certain I'm going to like this one too. So, got myself a tin of that. Can't wait to try it. Sorry for disappearing on the camera, but box is right up here to the side. Another tin that I got is McBaron's Cherry Ambrosia. I've yet to find a cherry tobacco that I really like. But then again, all the ones I've tried have kind of been over-the-counter cherry tobacco, maybe something I get from an actual tobacconist, or you know what I'm saying, from a higher name tobacconist might actually be better. So can't wait to give that stuff a try. And of course, what actually got all this going, I was just looking around, and I had decided that I kind of want to start trying cigars. I had smoked them back in high school days, but that was before I knew anything about smoking any cigars, and I think if I remember correctly, I was inhaling them and wasn't quite liking it all that much. But I decided I'm going to give it another shot, especially now that I really kind of know how to do it, or understand it a little bit more. So I got a few things here. One of them I have is a cigar that I've heard a few of you talking about, saying they're pretty good. So I thought I'd give it a shot. Acid Cuba Cuba. Of course, I'm sure you all pretty much know what it looks like. I didn't realize they were that small of a cigar, but that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I got a couple of those, mainly because I'm probably not going to smoke that many cigars, so I don't want to overly indulge myself on them. Of course, yeah, I'll show that for later, because that'll give one thing away. Let's see, I'm not certain what this one is. Okay. This is a lot. When I say a lot, I don't mean a quantity, I mean an actual lot. Well, it's a lot in quantity too, of 10 cigars. by the same company. I don't know who the company was. This actually came as a gift pack. It says Sancho Panza. Is that right? Yeah, Sancho Panza on there. I don't know if this is focusing up right, so you guys can see it. If anybody knows anything about this brand, feel free to leave a comment letting me know. I figure it's probably just a cheaper brand since it came 10-pack to one gift set, especially considering what the actual gift set was. So there's plenty of enjoyment on that, I guess. Of course, I have the Pipes and Cigars calendar, because I don't have enough of those already, right? Let's see, a few other things packaged down in here. Alright, this is the big boy though. This actually isn't cut open. Let me see if I can find what I did with my knife. Here it is. The knife I'm using is actually one I found at, God, I was probably five or 6 years old, and I got it at a flea market. Of course, back then this was a little bit more shiny, and being 5 years old, it was like $1, $2 knife, and very shiny, very attractive. Still, really great blade on it though. Of course, I haven't used it for years. So let's get this thing cut open. Some styrofoam in here. Now, what also came in this pack was a cigar cutter, which I've actually got one of these. As a matter of fact, the exact same one. I've already got it, but that's alright. I've also got, what is this here? It's called the Best Fluid for the Best Cigars. Humidor fluid, works with any humidor. So I'm going to actually have to read up on that stuff to see exactly how to do that, because I'm not quite certain on what to do. But that should give away what the next big thing is that I got. And this is what the 10 cigars came with. A humidor. It's just a red cherry, I think is what they described it as. So I can get this all on camera here. Nothing much special to it. It's got a felt bottom right there. Let's see, what all does this thing come with? Move this over to the side a little bit. Of course, that's your standard lining with the spots for a hygrometer and the humidifier. Oh, instruction manual. Nice. That'll come in handy. And it comes with a hygrometer. Helps if I hold it the right way. And humidifier. I don't even know if that's coming up on camera. The bad things of having a light facing straight to you for the best light is sometimes it drowns stuff out. So there you go. I had quite a big yabo right now. Yeah, I definitely have a disease, a disorder. I can't stop buying tobacco products, pipes, and whatnot. But you know what? Could be worse. I could be addicted to crack. And on that note, catch y'all later.